Okay, this is ad number 8, and I started somewhere about the vans we haul prisoners in because that one guy got his neck broke being hauled back to the station where they took him around, and they claimed nothing happened to him, but somehow he got his neck broke, and I thought maybe we should build special vans, and I got to thinking. Roller coasters, you can pretty much get jostled everywhere in one of them seats and nothing happened to you. So maybe we're overseas and we can afford to launch airplanes ever just so often, and drop bombs that are expensive because we have to. Because if ISIS takes over, we're sunk. And we can refuel these airplanes in midair, have all this stuff. We got to. So, if we can do all that, we can afford to build vans to haul American citizens. If we can protect them people over there with all this money, we can afford to build a van with cameras in it to watch our police force. So, we don't know if these people are innocent when they pick them up or not. If they're guilty, they still shouldn't break their necks on the way to the police station. And if they're innocent, and if they're bad people, put them in like a roller coaster seat. You can't get out of them if you're upside down. So you put them in a roller coaster seat you can't get out of if you wanted to, and so you don't have to worry about them getting out of. Have several of them in a van, maybe a long one. If you build a van special for it, you can have it long enough, and you can't get out of the thing. You could open one at a time or close one at a time, and put a suspect in them one at a time. Put the seatbelt in front of them, or have the seat where you can put their hands behind them, and then think they're pretty much one size fit all, to where, except for, they said you can't get on a roller coaster unless you're so high, so that pretty much takes care of everybody, and if you aren't that high, you can go in the police car. But anyways, I also had an ad before here where I can't remember what I forgot to say because I forgot again. But that's like if somebody breaks into your house, that's like a major crime. Where if they steal something very, very valuable, I don't know what it'd be, like a diamond ring, where it's a family heirloom, you could hire like a lawyer, which would hire people to investigate, maybe track it down. What I was saying is, you may not want to track down a VCR, but your great-great-grandma's wedding ring, you may hire a lawyer that hire private investor, I don't know what you call the people that investigate and track down leads to find different stuff, but they could go find your great-grandmother's wedding ring that you have value, or different jewelry that you value. The value of the jewelry may not be as high as you value. But there's different things, and I had it on a video before this, but but I just got to thinking, if you have I was talking about the van for prisoners where this guy got his neck broke by police officers, and you could have citizens watching these recordings, not so much the police officers. So when they got on this van, you could watch them hauling these people back to the jail. And you could have towers ever so often so they could get a ways out, and you could watch them for a distance. You don't have to have it just, this goes quite a little ways, but you wouldn't have to be the internet. It wouldn't have to be the web where it goes down. You could have like a cell phone. And that's like if we can afford to drop, I don't know what a bomb costs, but if we can afford that, we can afford, a bomb, we can afford this. To protect it, we can afford them other people in overseas, we can afford American citizens if we don't know if they're guilty. And that's like I was saying, I don't know if I can do it, I'm running for president saying I'm going to try. If you elect me, you're saying this is the way we want it. But if we can afford that. We can afford to pay a person behind a death to go through all them back cases. We can either find DNA that proves somebody else did it where you're innocent, or we can prove DNA isn't you that proves you're innocent. Somebody may be sitting behind in jail and they're guilty, and we already know they're guilty. Or we can prove the DNA in yours and get you out. And all they have to do is go through these back boxes and prove it. Or you may have a relative in jail and the evidence is already there that they're innocent. I got that somewhere in these back things. But I finally got a number up here that's not painted on the wrong side. But this is number 8. It's a short one. It's just 5 minutes. I think I'm done. I can't think of anything else. But you could hire a lawyer that could clean up your house. That hire somebody that go in and clean up your house after a burglar broke in and ransacked your house, burglarizing your house, looking for a valuable. Sometimes they tear your house up, going in and looking for something in your house to steal. You may be distraught after somebody tears your house up, breaking in the door. You may get a new door for your house. And I don't know about home security. I don't know whether the government pay for home security, but if somebody threatens your life, they pay for the president to have protection. If somebody threatens your life, I don't know whether the government would pay for protection. That's like domestic violence. Maybe the government paid for protection for domestic violence to come into your home and protect you while the person was out on the street and threatening your life. If they can't afford a cop to come in and do it, maybe you could hire your own lawyer who could hire somebody to come in and protect you during the domestic violence case until they got the guy locked up, whoever's doing that. So this is the end of my commercial. It's 7 minutes. That's long enough on that. Bye.